Good morning, everyone. My topic is sustainable development through eco-friendly lifestyle. So, to achieve sustainable development, we need to have three things: environmental aspects, economic aspects, and social aspects. So, environment aspects means it should be nature friendly, economic means wealth creation, prosperity, and employment. Social aspect means cultural identity, social inclusion, civil rights. Eco-friendly lifestyle. Eco-friendly lifestyle is nothing but the way we live our life should be something that fosters the environment. It should be something that makes sure that environment is safe. So nowadays eco-friendly lifestyle has become a big topic of discussion. In earlier days, we used to have a very eco-friendly lifestyle. So nowadays, we are planning to have one. We all know that environment is simple term means the surrounding or condition in which people, animal and things live. So environment is nothing but the place where animals and everything live, including us. Sustainable development is developing or achieve development without compromising on environment so that our future generation also can have the benefits of environment. So three important things is social, environment and economic. All three together gives us sustainable development. So social sector should not get affected, environment should not get affected. At the same time, the economic, that is the money factor or the economy in which we live in, should not get affected. So any development which does not affect the social, environment and economic lifestyle is called a sustainable development. So in this seminar we will learn what is sustainable development. We will also learn the importance of sustainable development and the reason behind eco-friendly lifestyle. Sustainable development to reach eco-friendly lifestyle. So both of them go hand in hand together. So it is very important to achieve both to acquire proper development. Now again in this picture we see that the three aspects, environment, social and economic aspect, all the three should support each other, and the common thing that we get is sustainability. So environment should be safe, social, structure of living, education, community, everything should be cleared, and also economic, we should be able to support green economy, we should be able to support our country. So the main thing what we should do is we should recycle. So we should recycle in the sense, just like we used to live in previous years when we were small, there were less of companies, more of people used to walk and go, there were less of fuel consumption, there were less of transport used. And the paper bags we use were paper bags or jute bags. It used to be at home. In that way you used to protect the environment. So it is very important. We should say no to plastic to protect the environment. As we know nowadays the plastic, people are using lot of plastic and that is becoming a huge waste. We should say no to plastic. We should go for the days we used to have before, like we used to use jute bags, we used to use reusable cloth bags, we used to have glass jars, we used to have glass bottle instead of plastic. We should go back to that. And one important thing for that is we need to plant lot of trees. Nowadays people are interested in building big flats, but we should see that we are also taking time to plant more trees so that our air around us is pure and also our ecosystem is conserved. So many animals and so many birds depend on trees. So it is very important that we plant more trees for the effective environment. So we should be environmentally conscious. So what we should do is, before we buy a single thing, we should think whether it is actually needed for us. So deciding to be environmental conscious is not something you just decide to do one day. So you have to have a sense of protecting our environment. It's not a step done one day, it is a step that you take first and you continue it for all the other days. Then one more important thing is, you can see that in this picture we can see that you're using steel and glass containers and jute bag. So this was a kind of thing we used to use in our previous time. We used to never have these plastic bottles. We used to either have a steel bottle, and we used to have mostly glass jars at home. Even the so-called drinks which are available nowadays in plastic were all available only in glass. So what happens is, glass is reusable. So you can see that earlier days we used to use wooden spoons. We used to have this plates made up of tree leaves, all of those things. So what happened, we didn't know that we were actually protecting the environment. We protected the environment, but once plastic came in, we started to replace everything with plastic. What happened then the whole environment lost its grip when plastic came into existence. Now this is a picture of one of the shops in Kerala. It is an eco-friendly shop. You can see that there is no plastic at all there, and in fact the owner of the shop will provide containers, glass jarred containers, which can be returned. It's totally free and it can be returned to him and he will pay for it. So it is a very eco-friendly shop where there is no trace of plastic at all. So to avoid or to ban plastic, what we need to do is, we need to take a step from our end. This is the owner of the shop where there is no plastic. It is always glass and paper. He has set a role model for us. We also can do that. If at all we go for shopping, make sure you carry a jute jar with you. And if you're packing anything, make sure it is packed in a paper bag. And one more thing is, we should not use much of paper also, because paper is achieved from the trees. So what we should use reusable paper bags. The next threat is face masks. So since the corona has started, everybody are using masks and we are disposing masks. So when you dispose a lot of masks, what will happen again? The environment is again getting affected. So we have to use cloth face mask, which can be washed and reused later. Make sure that you use cloth face mask instead of using and disposing so many masks. So it is very important to remember few points. Pick up your trash, recycle, turn scrap into compost, then take shorter showers. So these are few points that can be taken every day to recycle. The first thing is to recycle, and then to use recycled products more. Use less of plastic, use more of paper. Again, use recycled paper. Eco-friendly tissue paper habit: use only what is needed, not more. Buy only 100% recycled toilet paper for home use. Mainly, if at all you can avoid the use of paper towels and napkins, make sure that you avoid the use of paper towels, because go for napkin, because napkin is always reusable. Facial tissue also can be gone by using handkerchief, like we used to use in our previous days. It is very important to make sure that you use less of paper. Then again, the bag that you use, make sure that you use jute bag instead of plastic containers. Make sure whenever you go for shop, you take a jute bag along with you, so that in that way we can reduce a lot of plastic usage. So the main motto of us should be to think twice before acting. Make sure that you use metals, steels, glass, and also fabrics like jute and cotton, which are degradable. And then you are not supposed to litter. So you see that because of this COVID-19, people are using masks and gloves, and then they are like throwing it wherever they want, whenever they want. It is not proper way hygiene. It's not a proper hygiene. What happens is that the people who come to pick up the trash and all that do get affected if you are actually the carrier of the COVID-19 virus. So it is very important that you are thinking about others before doing something. So these are all the masks that is actually being disposed to the sea, and you can see that it also affects the marine life. You can see that there are lots of plastic containers there and lots of masks there. So there are chances where the fishes or the turtles mainly get trapped by it, and they are not able to remove it. And what happens is slowly they will not be able to get the oxygen from the water and they die. So this happens with the plastic containers also. So it's very important that you do not dispose it like that. So to develop a sustainable development is only possible if it is people friendly, planet friendly, it has partnership in its mind, peace and also prosperity. All of this together only can give you a sustainable development. If you do not think about the planet before you do some development, it's not a sustainable development. Again, every people, the people who affect, for some it might be good, for some it might be effective. So we should look into that. So at last, again, the community, the environment, the people and the marketplace, all this together only, if all of them are happy, only then we can say that it is a sustainable development. And what we should aim at is sustainable development. So sustainable development is very much important in these days. So it can be achieved only through eco-friendly means. So government should focus attention on blue economy. So that is one point there. Then you have to recycling methods of waste should be implemented. Petrol should be used less. Planting more and more of trees. Developing public transport. You have the pooling kind of system where many travel in one single vehicle than different people traveling in different vehicle. So strict implementation of environment and pollution laws. All the laws related to environment and pollution should be enforced strictly. And last, development is a changing phenomenon. With the change of human numbers, there is a sea change in the number of both non-renewable and renewable resources. So sustainable development depends on the scientific and proper use of the resources. If we do not use the resources properly, our future will never be able to even see it. So sustainable development is only possible if the resources that we have are used properly. Good morning, sir. My name is Vinita Vincent. My registration number is 18E2D14092. I repeat, 18E2D14092. My seminar topic is Sustainable Development through Eco-Friendly Lifestyle. In this, first of all, I would like to thank BTL College for giving me an opportunity to present this seminar, especially my professor, Mr. Respected Assistant Professor Chanakeshwar sir, for giving me this opportunity to talk about this seminar. It is my intense pleasure to talk about the seminar. Thank you so much for giving me a chance, sir. So let's start the seminar.